this morning. I hope I got everything okay here. I am receiving report. There is no sound, so if there is a sound now, you just give us the feedback for you this morning. But it's great to be here on VOL 104.1 FM. My name is April Parker, and it's great to be here this morning. Yes, too many things to be said this morning in the best interest of Liberia. It's 17 minutes. The time will be 8, and we'd like to say good morning. Yes, Layu Kroma says it is okay now after he said there was no sound. And Ansu Koma from Clay just joining in says, good morning, guys. It's great to be here, Ansu. Yes, wonderful, Layi Kroma. It is great to be here, folks. Those of you watching as well, this is Good Morning Liberia. Yeah, it pleases us being back on this show, doing our own thing in the best interest of Liberia. It is always good that we gather here every morning to discuss Liberia in the best positive manner because we feel that Liberia can get better, but how do we do it is by us, all of us as citizens of this country joining the movement in making Liberia great once again. So that I encourage all of you, those of you just to join us before we give you the rundown on today's edition of the show. It promises to be good. Too many things to talk about in the best interest of Liberia. Mind you, the issue of politics, we know we are in the CC, so you cannot easily escape the issue of politics in Liberia, most especially when you're discussing issues right now. But there are other issues as well that we need to speak to. We feel it is healthy for us, yes, in the best interest of the country. So all you need to do, invite somebody this morning on the live. Let's have conversation. Yes, invite somebody. Let's have conversation this morning. If you just join us, we'd like to say good morning. So we will take 1 minute or so of your time where you can invite somebody. Tell them that the program is on, and let's have ourselves a great time this morning on Good Morning Liberia 104.1 FM. So we're going to invite people now to the show. Yes, we're going to invite. Oh my word, what's happening? So, okay, so we're going to do it like this. Share the live. Let's have conversation this morning. It is good that we do it like this. So you're going to invite somebody. Let's have conversation. So as we helping to share the live too, as well, you yourself share the live and tell us exactly where you're following us from this morning. And let's have conversation on Good Morning Liberia 104.1. Okay, so let's invite people to join us this morning as we'll speak to other national issues this morning. So you're going to help share the live, tell us exactly where you're following us from, and let's have conversation this morning in the best interest of Liberia. So just tell us exactly where you're following us from this morning, okay? So yes, so tell us where you're following us from, and we will acknowledge you following on this Monday's edition of the show, Good Morning Liberia, with me and April and Parker. Harris Willie will join us very shortly coming up on the show. So you're going to tell us exactly where you're following us from as you share the live, and we're going to have conversation. Too many things to talk about. Yes, too many things to talk about. And this is how we do it this morning, by inviting somebody. But let's give you the rundown of a development so far, some of the things we will be looking at this morning. This issue about the long-awaited pronouncement of the running mate of Ambassador Joseph Yuma Boaka was held over the weekend. That was on Friday. Yes, Liberians, people who believe in old man Joseph Yuma Boaka, gathered at their party headquarters on Broad Street on Friday to celebrate that decision. We will look at that prior to that particular decision made by the former vice president. We will dig deeper into that particular, preferment, and what does it mean for the vast majority of our people, and the way in which normally Kanga looks now as per her political understanding and her standing in the body politic of Liberia. What does she stand as one of the forceful uh, political figures in our country? So we'll definitely look at that this morning at 8:30. We will play host to folks from the Lions Club in Liberia. Yes, I'm told. I think it should be the Monrovia branch. The Monrovia bench. They will be here this morning, where we'll have conversation. I'm told that they will be extending helping hands or some humanitarian work. To communities in Monrovia. So at 8:30 this morning, they will be here. We'll have conversation. That conversation will run up to 8:45, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock this morning, we'll do you this exercise. Due to the power outage in country, just a recent, and our only source of electricity was down. Thanks to the CEO, Sekou Sharif, and the management team headed by Darlington Pogba for bringing us on. Yes, that we can say we're back and we're back for good. The issue of the issue we faced for some days now, we've settled that, and that's the issue about leadership. It is always good when you have leadership in place, doing the right thing, and going to give you the right and necessary result. So, the National Elections Commission, after the first phase of the voter registration exercise ended, where 6 counties in Liberia were being featured as per the way in which it was structured, they came out with the provisional results. Yes, that we can say, because there is this issue that has to do with the cleaning up, the verification exercise. That will be done. So, we want to conduct an exercise this morning for you. Though there are issues coming in from the National Elections Commission, there will always be issue and the rest of it. But we want to know, as per the result released by the National Elections Commission for the first 6 counties in Liberia, from 2005 to 2023, it said that Liberia has made some progress when it comes to the population growth. Yes, the census result tells that we have a little increase of 2 million people, 200 plus million people, because the very first census were around 3 million in 2008, and now this is where we are. But we want to look at the voter statistics, where you have people or registered voters, where you have people going to the registration centers from 2005 to 2023. We will this morning at 9 o'clock deal with the first 6 counties as per the results released from the National Elections Commission. There are too many people who are concerned about this particular conversation, and we want to throw light on that aspect of the conversation this morning at 9. So we'll bring you the statistic from 2005, 2011, 2017, and 2023 as per the results for the first 6 counties of the National Elections Commission, to know where are we now as a country when it comes to growth in people taking advantage of their constitutional responsibility. We got all of the numbers. So this is a conversation you don't want to miss at 9 o'clock this morning. My name is April and Parker. I'm here, folks. And those of you viewing, like we said, we are not at you following. Just tell us exactly where you're following us from. Share the live, and let's have conversation this morning on Good Morning Liberia. Okay, so on yesterday, President George Weah made additional appointments in government. The thing about appointment is something that can easily end. There are times that you observe there's a space you need to put people there. Sometimes in the first 6 years of your administration, you can still be appointing people. Now this is where we are. The president is still appointing. So that's his constitutional responsibility. Nobody can take that from the president. So he appointed several people in the government on yesterday, you know, and the rest of it. He had one has to do with the insurance, the National Insurance Company of Liberia, the inspector of the Callaway Statutory District that is around the country. Yes, where you have the district superintendent, the district commissioners, and the rest of it. Also at the Ministry of, that's not the Ministry, but Notary Public Office of Maryland. Yes, another president was appointed. You know, this issued about people resigning from the counties, you know, because they have political ambition they want to contest. So the vacant positions are there, and the president was so instrumental to have these people replaced as per their resignation, their quest to forward. At the National Center for the Coordination of Response Mechanism, the Governance Commission, Board of Trustees, and Management Team of Harvard College and the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, you know, there were people who were also appointed in these positions, you know. Yes, so Harvard College is one of the institutions that were being affected as per the president's appointment. Yes, so that college now has a new acting president. Yes, Joseph D.S. Bowler, PhD, as acting president for that college, and Professor Dwedit D. Hoto as acting vice president, the rest of it. Okay, so that's the information for you this morning on the president's latest appointment. Yes, the president's latest appointment as per the information so far. So we hear this morning, folks, this issue about the finance minister alleged resignation. There are too many people who are concerned, but we've launched our own investigation into that, and we are getting every necessary information from all angles, and hopefully we will give you as you expect this. It cannot be this morning because we don't want to rush into, you know, anything as per that particular information in the public. So we'll take our time as we get the information. We will definitely have it to your doorstep as per you know, the alleged resignation of finance minister and the rest of it. People are holding it in all kindness. So, fellow Liberians, you know, on Friday was the day that, as per the huge public city, by the Unity Party, the former governing party, the Unity Party. And we are on record here at the Voice of Liberia that those of you who will listen to us on one of our presentations, in that presentation we said Liberians should call and give a running mate to Ambassador Boaka, since in fact he been very indecisive in the decision-making process, most especially choosing a running mate in these elections. In one of our conversations on this radio, we said that Ambassador Boaka was never going to go the way of Nyomli Kankalores. That we are on record for, and that we can say it over and over and again, because these things happen. These things happen, and we look at the political space in our country, and we tell you exactly what will happen, what will not happen, the necessary and the unnecessary. But this is where we are. We read a press conference from Nyomli Kanga Lawrence prior to the pronouncement, and I felt I have posted on my Facebook page that particular release from the political leader of the Liberty Party, Nyomli Kanga Lawrence, or the senator of Grand Bassa, was timely and was in the right direction. This is Liberia for you. This is Liberia for you, and then it becomes a sad time for our country, where the only options we got in this country is for old man Joe Boaka to still be a political contender during electioneering periods in our country for the last 10 to 15 years, up and still running. It is a sad time that the only options we got in Liberia is for these people to be stirring things where there are young minds in our country that can be given the opportunity to move. No, I'm not saying that it is not his right, but this is where we are. So, those of you who read that particular release for Nyomli Kanga Lawrence prior to the pronouncement on Friday, because people were left with doubt. People were thinking that yes, since it was an opened process, where you have Ambassador Boaka going all up, telling Liberians as per his perplexity in that particular aspect of naming a running mate, that particular release for Nyomli Kanga Lawrence on that fateful day, like I said, was in the right direction. It was timely. But if you read through that particular release, you sense betrayal. There are issues. There will always be issues in Liberia. But you sense betrayal to the highest peak. And no one, no one should tell you or should just easily convince you on that particular one. No one should tell you or convince you on that particular one. So you sense betrayal to the highest peak. You sense that something was not right yesterday, it will not be right today, and it will never be right tomorrow. So with the thinking and understanding that amongst the two, as per their political engagements with, if I started with Benin the Ure of the All Liberian Party, later he came up and said, I am only focused in supporting Ambassador Boaka for the presidency, and I'm not interested in being a running mate to the ambassador. So that particular thing, since the CPP has scattered due to little confusion that was even couldn't be handled by this old man that people are celebrating today as per his decision, because he was the chairman back then for the CPP. It was under his administration, his leadership, that the CPP went the way they went. So, Nyomli Kanga Lawrence, in her release, said, the woman did not go the way of the ALP and the Liberty Party. After years of consultation, after years of support, after years of understanding that yes, come what may, we are in this together and we will continue to support this struggle because we believe that yes, Liberia can get better through our struggle and the rest of it. But what becomes of the struggle? When you are consistent, if you are loyal to somebody and the person looks in your face and tells you that, hey, though you are loyal, but I don't see it necessary. If that since you're loyal, I can't see it so good because you feel you're loyal and for me to give you what you don't deserve. So, is it that people need to get 50 years experience as either a vice president before you can select him or her as a running mate on the ticket that person gave relevance to looking for 2017 after the Unity Party lost the elections? The Unity Party was nowhere to be seen. The Unity Party was off the scene just as the MPP for 1997. Just as the MPP. They were off the scene. Though they have matured, followers, but they were off the scene. Up to 2017 when they had this agreement with the CDC. So what do we stand now? That Nyomli Kanga Lawrence, regardless of a Liberty Party, that she, with all of the confusions, with all of the things that were ongoing within the Liberty Party, she waived that particular thing, and at the end result decided to give Joseph Human Boakai the support. She said, no matter what, we are behind you. No matter what, even if the CPP cannot hold today, we will take our political party and give it to you. The Liberty Party has been one of the most consistent political parties in our country's history. From 2005, that party was so unique when the late Councillor Charles Walker Brunskin introduced that party. The last time I historicized that entire party, how that Liberty Party thing, where it came from, where they took the name from the United States, when the people were against, this slavery thing. So they had to fund that movement in the United States of America to speak against the Constitution because it was being divisive. And we told you how Councillor Brunskin entered the scene and how consistent he was when it comes to the politics of our country. The young people were being afforded the opportunity to move on, to work, to stir the affairs of the party. Nyomli Kanga, she is referred to as the inheritance. They both say that, yes. And Nyomli was very consistent to have supported old man Joe Boakai in his quest of becoming president. What happened? Less than a month, it too also, the entire story changed around. The entire story changed around that Nyomli Kanga is not fit to be a running mate to Omen Boakai. That's exactly what it says. That's what exactly it means. There is no up and down for that particular thing. Those who want to justify that particular statement coming up, and we'll get to that aspect. Coming out, oh, because the Liberty Party in court and Musa Berete, that's a very lazy argument. That's a very lazy argument. It has no justification. To have never selected, to have not selected what Nyombli Kanga Lawrence as a running mate to Omen Boaka. There's no justification. I know you guys will come up so high that yes, it's our decision. In fact, it's about Liberia. It can only be about Liberia when the right things are done. It can only be about Liberia when the people who got the positive mindset take the mantle. And then people who continue to compromise the interests of our country over and over and again, and you say Liberia can get better under that stewardship. You people are daydreaming in this country. And you need to wake up. You need to wake up. Oh, yes. If you still sleeping that honor the leadership of people who have compromised the interest of this country can get better, then you people are daydreaming. You need to wake up. Oh, yes. Because it is a very lazy argument for someone to stand up and say it's because the Liberty Party in court. Nyombli Kanga Lawrence if and only if, let me add the condition. If and only if that was the condition, then Omen Joseph Yuma Boaka, the choice was picking the Nyombli Kanga Lawrence as my running mate. 11 Nyombli Kanga Lawrence now to carry a Liberty Party, the disputed Liberty Party to the Unity Party, or those who are following her to say, okay, this is where we stand, and we're going to support, we're going to call on all of our supporters in the 15 counties to turn out in making sure that the Unity Party be the next government. They normally would have done that. It normally would have done that. And then someone telling you that don't emphasize on Nyombli's press release. It was a serious betrayal. It was a serious betrayal on the part of the Unity Party and its hierarchies. Oh, yes. It was a serious betrayal. This is exactly what he said. He said, I wish to inform you that consistent with our democratic tradition, the choosing of a running mate is a decision of the standard bearer. Great. The other lazy argument here is Joseph Yuma Boaka did not promise Nyombli Kanga Lawrence the vice standard bearer positionship. That particular argument of yours, those of you listening, if you think that is the way to go about or justify your action, you're also daydreaming. Because it's a serious mistake to even think that way. What was the agreement back then amongst the 4 political parties that were in that particular marriage? That amongst the constituent political parties, as per the agreement, one person will emerge as the standard bearer, and the standard bearer from within the political institutions, in that common understanding, will select one person to serve as a running mate. The CPP did not hold. Normally being a political leader of her own institution, had to move on to the Unity Party, supporting the Unity Party. So what does it mean? There were gatherings held. There were different meetings. There were political gatherings in Buchanan with the understanding, with the thinking that this old man would have selected or would have chosen Nyombli Kanga Lawrence as per her political belief and understanding, as per the work she has done. This is where we are. This is where we are. Okay, she said something that was so touching. That was so touching. Okay. So this is what she said. She said, fellow partisans, supporters, and well-wishers of the Liberty Party. About 2 years ago, we embarked on a mission with the Unity Party to begin the process of providing a new direction for our country during this period. So she said 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, we embarked on a mission with the Unity Party. What mission was that? What mission did she embark on from the Liberty Party to the Unity Party? She says, to begin the process of providing a new direction for our country. During this period, we, as individuals and a political institution represented by the Liberty Party, went through a most difficult experience that entailed an inter-party rival based on our decision to stand with the Unity Party. See how hot touching this particular one is. So this is an open confession. This is an open confession, and this particular aspect of this statement is clear. So the reason why there has been a bad blood in the Liberty Party, according to her, in her belief, it is because they chose Ambassador Boaka's way and not Ellis Cummings. They decided to go Ambassador Boaka's way and not Ellis Cummings. So it was as a result of their decision they made that led them to where they are today. So let's move on. Okay, let's move on. Okay. To stand with the Unity Party and its leader, Ambassador Joseph Yoma Boaka. You see, it has been a period, however, that has seen the Liberian people yearning for a change of leadership in the governance system of our country and expressing their approval for a team they will wish to chart a new course of direction for Liberia. A team. So in her belief, this team is that she feels that Liberians were yearning for as per the necessary change in the belief of Liberians, calling for that particular thing to be on board, probably could be the Boaka and Nyombli's ticket. Let's move on. She said, we wish to express our gratitude to the public for participation in various opinion polls that projected a Boaka Nyombli ticket for the ensuing 2023 presidential election. We are very grateful. So you think Nyombli Kanga just decided to ignore the confusion that was in her political institution because she lost Ambassador Boaka, the old man, so much, the betrayer, and she was not looking at that. You feel that she lost Ambassador Boaka so much that she left the internal wrangling within her political institution to come and support Ambassador Boaka, not getting something in return. She appreciated, she acknowledged that there are people who've been calling for the Boaka Nyombli ticket through various opinion polls. She acknowledged that. See, at this point, I wish to inform you that consistent with our democratic tradition, the choosing of a running mate is the decision of a standard bearer. Accordingly, on Tuesday, see the time, the old man went to inform Nyombli Kanga Lawrence, say, I'm not carrying you. All the things you've been doing, you carry me, Bikana. All in the whole name, grandpa's, I will not carry you. Even the people call on radio talk show, they say that you the one, I will not carry you. So he informed, according to Nyombli, and the old man informed her on Tuesday, the 25th of April. It was just the 28th that you're going to do the pronouncement. They say, according to on Tuesday, April 25th, 2023, Ambassador Boaka, with whom, this is it, Ambassador Boaka, with whom the Liberty Party and the All Liberian Party have fostered a partnership with for over 2 years. See deception, see betrayal, for whom the Liberty Party and the All Liberian Party have fostered partnership. What was the partnership? What was the partnership amongst the three political parties? Now, Benny Ure was of the same. He said he was not going, and his quest was just to support Ambassador Boaka. But this lady was consistent in her quest of supporting this particular partnership no matter what. No matter what, she was consistent. She said, informed me that he has made up his mind to choose his running mate for the pending elections outside of the Liberty Party. So I said the Liberty Party will not be in confusion. I said you will not carry me grandbassa to do all those stuff she did. I said you will not print t-shirt, you put two of us photo there. But I'm here to inform you this Tuesday that you are not my choice. You are not my heart desire. You are not somebody I think I can carry as a running mate in these elections. So he informed Nyobli Kanga with shock. And then she said, upon conclusion of our brief meeting with Ambassador Boaka, we convened a meeting of the executive leadership of the Liberty Party to inform the leadership of our conversation with Ambassador Boaka. Consistent with our party's tradition, the executive leadership, let's forget about all that warning. Let's forget about all that warning. That warning not important. But 2 years ago, according to us, she embarked on joining, ignoring the entire fight, the fight that was ongoing or that has been ongoing, that is still ongoing within the Liberty Party to support a Joseph Yuma Boaka that would have betrayed her. Little did she know at the end of the day, the dying meaning. Friday, he was doing his election for running mate. Tuesday, he informed the lady that I'm not choosing you. How beautiful it would have been when Joseph Boaka just left this entire thing open for the people who are the citizens, people who would decide to say, yes, let's do it this way, and at the end result, they do it that way, and then you have a balanced ticket. But that particular aspect tells that Ambassador Boaka is not gender sensitive. After somebody worked with you for 2 good years and you stab them at the back because you think that you saw one man they call Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson aspect will not reach to it yet. Because you saw one man they call Prince Johnson is coming in the picture. And there was this report on Ambassador Boaka. The man said he can do anything. He can even dance with the devil to become president. Desperation. To tell you how desperate this old man is for the presidency. So even the way Prince Johnson is saying, in Liberia, even if it causes him to dance with Prince Johnson to the letter, he would do it. And that's exactly what he did. It is better to stay with the devil you know than the angel you've now seen. Nyobli Kanga was that devil. She been with you throughout. And at the end of the day, you informed her on a Tuesday that yes, I am no longer interested in our partnership. In fact, I will be taking another person outside of the Liberty Party. That's Joseph Yuma Boaka for you. This is not the old man's first time doing this particular. This is not the old man first time doing anything. The man did it in the very first in 2017. But got feeling they were dancing all around. Bassa for Boaka here and there. The man soaked that one. The other man from Nimba, he was running here and there. The man soaking too. And when Ma give it to take Nukwe. How wise is the former vice president in making such a political decision? The former vice president is not lucky. As stands, he is not sensitive to that particular decision-making process. Because sometimes, I don't know how he even go about doing his election. I don't know. The main one focus is because you see Nima. You think that all the people that in Nima will go and vote for a Unity Party because you got one Prince Johnson? You know how many times Prince Johnson and poor people here in Nima, they stay flocking? So now their whole concentration is because we want a vote-rich county. We want a vote-rich county. Then they give you Lofa. They give you Nimba. They turn around, they gave you Grand Bassa, they gave you Magibi. Go there. But these things are not strange in Liberia. They will continue to happen because you got people who are not consistent. You got people who will tell you that if this person is not good, if you give this person the authority, the person will compromise their interest. And on we go and convince people that this person is not good. And after some days, they come back and tell us that this person is a right choice. And that's one of the reasons why Liberians need to be very careful. In these elections, know who to vote for. You can have people confusing you. And this decision is your constitutional responsibility. Nobody will tell you or no one will coerce you to do what you now want to do. So they shouldn't come and tell you, say, Ambassador Bwaga was not good yesterday, today they tell you he's good, and then you know that he is not good. Because someone who said he was not good yesterday tells you that he is good today, and you decide to go behind him. That's how it looks like. That's how it has been seen in our country. So Bwaga had to go outside, the MDR and the lazy argument. Who told you that all of the members within the MDR were the ones who agreed for Ambassador Bwaga to choose Jeremiah Kun as running mate? Who told you that? That you talk about a Liberty Party, they come to go to court. Who told you? I'm selecting or I'm choosing, I've selected Nyombli Kanga Lawrence as the running mate to me in these elections. 11 Nyombli now go settle to bring her party people on board to see how best we can work together. If they are to win, they win. But again, it ended the real way that we expected, because we told you from number one, from the onset, that this Unity Party thing you can be seen. The party doesn't even have her own money. Since the 80s, the party was funded. Since the 80s. This is where we are. Also, Ambassador Bwaga, I know that you wanted to become president for the country, or you have represented the party as Senate bearer for the 12 years you served as vice president for in this country, that you're going to get party headquarters. Since the 80s, the party was funded, the party ain't got headquarters. And that's one of the things the National Elections Commission continue to be listed for. The National, you got party there, and you even got their own political headquarters, and hold to the renting from here and there. They even got good website that will provide more information if you want, but it can give them the opportunity to operate in our space, because Liberia is just a free country that anybody can just use. Oh yes, Liberia is a free country that anybody can just use. Anybody can just wake up this morning and say, I got political party. Look at the other party. I see the Youth Entertainment Center. You see that political party headquarters. That's Liberia for you. So because Yomni Kangana, conjugate the verb in a right way, so he decided to go. It is not just about vote read. So he felt like Yomni never had money to sponsor that campaign, like the same way he did in 2017 and went and brought Nukwe on board. Was it the right selection to have even selected Nukwe in 2017? We said no. We said no. Regardless of even him coming second. We said no. This is an old man who said someone who will reflect, someone who will think like me. Does Jeremiah Kun think like Ambassador Bwaga? I said no. I said no. Even the Prince Johnson, who has a tinted character in our country, you rather will say to people, what will a Unity Party government be like? After they should have won in 2023, 2024 January, then you go have Ambassador Boaka addressing Liberia, and then you hear Prince Johnson you see Prince Johnson sitting on the other side. They will just control the man. You listen to Prince Johnson the other time. He said Ambassador Boaka is old. He will soon leave the scene. Ambassador Boaka is old. What does that mean? That type of statement. He said the man is old. He will soon leave the scene. The man is old. He will soon leave the scene. The big betrayal was when he had left for Monrovia and go to Nima to have a special conference, a decision that was not even outside. The man had gone to his people and say, rescue 2 is coming from Nimba. You go or you come down. So he knows exactly what he has done, what he has caused for Nyombli Kanga. I have not reached a side where a unity party government will be disorganized because of Prince Johnson's presence on that particular thing. Number one, in these elections, there will be no way a candidate from the Unity Party will be featured in Nima County against Prince Johnson. What is the fate of Edith Gonglo Way? What is the fate of Edith? What is the fate of Edith? So sometimes when you're making decisions, you look at as to whether they will affect people who have been there for you. And you know it is politics. It is politics. That I know. But do you take into consideration that these decisions, whenever they are taken, sometimes it has a trickle-down effect negatively on the people who you think have been there for you? What becomes the fate of Edith Gongolo Way? That there will be no candidate be featured against Prince Johnson in Nima County on the Unity Party, flying the emblem of the Unity Party. That's what you get when you think that you can dance with the devil only to become president for Liberia. Oh, that's number one. What will Unity Party government be like after 2023 and are there for Ambassador Boaka to even talk about war chronicle in this country? That is if he wins. To even talk about war chronicle in this country. Hell no. That will never happen under a Unity Party having Joseph Yuma Boaka as president for Liberia. It will never happen. Because you have a former warlord who has been sanctioned. Every time we cry, we say, we celebrate news against the government. When the U.S. places sanctions against government officials, we celebrate it. We say, America has spoken. Look at them in the opposition. That just a reason there was a statement released. The guys running with it here and there. You think they think America will be happy when you got Prince Johnson controlling things in Liberia? Yes, Prince Johnson will control things. Liberia is being used as a safe haven because the leaders are not thinking out of the box. That's exactly what you get. Who will tell you that Liberia is being used as a safe haven for those who committed crimes who have gotten what the country is today? Who will tell you that? Liberia continue to be a safe haven. That's why these people move around. They move around without any remorse. And they're still stealing things in our country. We're still holding them to be the under ocean. So there's a sad time for Liberia to have met a Prince Johnson there, to be the under ocean of providing somebody as a running mate to Ambassador Boaka who should be very decisive, who should have or use all of his wisdom as per his leadership ability that people within the Unity Party talk about all the time we can hear in our ears. Use that wisdom once and for all. And see as to whether the people who you think are behind you will not support you. Use that wisdom once and for all, Ambassador Boaka, but he failed. He said, no, it would be better we dance with the devil. It would be better we dance with the devil to become president. Do you also take into consideration that when these reports are released on this particular government, People within the opposition down to the United Party will hold and pull, hold it here and there and say, oh, the government is finished. In fact, America has spoken and this is it. The Americans said the government is corrupt. The Americans said this is that. That is it. Judiciary killing. All such a thing, they will be saying it. But what becomes of them too now? Where you only have Prince Johnson as an option, dictating to Ambassador Bouaka to say that this type of person won. That the person who won. If you want me to support you, choose this person. If you want me to support you, don't feature somebody against me. If you want me to support you, don't bring war crime code when you win. That's Liberia for you. See what happened at the end of the day after the selection was made. The same men we're talking about, the same Prince Johnson, those of you who just said in IRC, Jeremiah Kun, being the running mate to Ambassador Bouaka, you see Kun, I see Prince Johnson. You see Kun, I see Prince Johnson. For example, what I'm telling you, in 2020, even what is the recent election that was held in Nimba, when Prince Johnson was supporting the CDC, who did the CDC feature in Nimba? All of them supported Kun. Oh yes, because you have Prince Johnson. A person like Prince Johnson dictating to them, say let's do it this way, and we'll do it that way. The only way I will support you when you win, you must give the people, you must give me so and so position in government. Then Ambassador Bouaka say yes, let's move. You think Ambassador Bouaka got any other political tactics that he can convince Mr. Prince Johnson that yes, let's agree? And when we win, then I'll try to show the man that I'll show the man that that thing can work on Prince Johnson or not. It Joseph Yuma Bouaka's leadership in Liberia. It can work. Just common CPP position, chairman, they give it to you. The people are fighting among themselves. You're not able to settle that thing today. The CPP, it just ended the way it ended. So what more about your country when you have Prince Johnson controlling things? See the way Prince Johnson went at Nobly Kanga Lawrence this gone time. See the way in which he insulted that lady. See the way, some of the things, the nasty things he said. And then those of you just sitting there, you're talking and say, the man I apologize. Apologize what? You think that apologize is enough? It tells that the man doesn't have that leadership ability. So it just tells that one money, when you have the United Party government, Ambassador Bouaka as president for this country, Prince Johnson will just work and say, execute that other person. Oh yeah, because the man is controlling things. He said, execute that other person. Ambassador Bouaka, let's sack the other person. Then Ambassador Bouaka follow him. At the end of the day, he said, my people, you're sorry. So that the type of leadership the people coming gave us in Liberia, a Prince Johnson, a Bouaka Prince Johnson leadership, because I don't see Kun in the picture. I see Prince Johnson. I don't see Kun in the picture. Prince Johnson is the one in the picture. How clear is Kun's vision for Liberia? How clear is Kun's vision for Liberia as compared to Bouaka when he said that this is one thing he continues to say over and over. If a running mate will be someone that has a similar vision like mine, that want to think Liberia, build Liberia, you think Kun got that vision? But that's Liberia for you. These are some of the things you get when you get people who would think shouldn't be the ocean in Liberia at the oceans. It's sad time of our country that the political spirit of our country cannot be changed around. Get the old people off the scene and see how best we can move this country forward. Because years in, years out, we haven't seen anything. They will tell you they are the Messiah. They can do it this way, do it this way. Just go and look at their past records. You feel sorry. That's Liberia for you. That's the main reason why Liberians, as you will go to the pool, to choose wisely. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but the actions will be provided. There is nothing to sugarcoat. Yes, Nyobli Kanga will not go anywhere now. Like people were saying that at the end of the day, she said she would decide. At the end of that particular press release, she would decide after they should have met and come up with their decision. They will endorse a presidential candidate and legislative candidates and the rest of it. Nyobli Kanga cannot go anywhere now. Where will she go? Nyobli should be more focused now on settling the dispute within the party, or Liberty Party. She can't go anywhere. It appears now that Bwaga has done his running mate, has chosen his running mate. I know Bwaga knows within himself that Nyobli Kanga is downhearted. Nyobli Kanga is frustrated over his decision. So it's just like, let me punch a little child. When he or she starts to cry, and afterward, I will bring bread and juice and beg that child to forget about it. That's what the man coming do to Nyobli now. We'll go to Nyobli and say, man, you still got future. What kind of future? Also, okay. So 6 years from now, y'all think that all of y'all will just be running the country. They won't got no new breed of leadership, new breed of young people that will come out and take over. That you think you're going to promise her to say, 6 years from now, you can still be president? So there's about time now Liberians to stand up. That 6 years from now, you shouldn't have Nyobli Kanga as option for this country. Because for no chance or no opportunity, Joseph Bwaga has once again squandered that opportunity. The same opportunity they squandered, he admitted they squandered for 12 years. He has squandered Nyobli's opportunity. So the only thing he can tell her is, he's going to console her. Nyobli, you still got a bright future. You are a lady. You can still make it. And look out, put yourself in the shoes of former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Other world leaders. You go to Nigeria. You see this one? That Liberia, yeah. Oh, yes, that Liberia here for you. So all that thing you're going to tell Nyobli Kanga will not be important. The time the lady needed you most was a time you gave her blind eyes. You punch her in the face, and you're carrying bread and juice to her now. You want to console her, telling her, giving her hope that 6 years from now, she can still be president for this country. There will be a force. We need to shift from one direction to another. Liberia is 100 plus years. It's too much for Liberia to be the way it is today because of these greedy politicians in our country. So that only you will be enjoying things. That she's senator for Grand Bassa. The first 9 years, she got 9 years, 18 years. So 6 years from now, she will be president so that only her can be in government. Give the woman the opportunity. You say, no, you take it, you give it to Prince Johnson. Then you carry bread and juice to the woman. Say, let's hold together. In fact, don't allow for anybody to control you. You have your political decision. You got better future. We will make you send a protein. Who told you that? We will make you send a protein. Look at them defending. Say, in order to make a good decision, and you will be someone good at the Senate, so we'll make you send a protein. Are you guys daydreaming in this country? Is that the type of bread and juice you can get Nyobli to promise her that will give her Senate protein position? You better wake up. So Nyobli, you need to learn. Maybe you didn't learn when you needed to put your house in order, structured your Liberty Party. If your Liberty Party was well structured, how you not ignore the fact that that party for you, as per the understanding that you're supposed to defend that political party with your sweat and blood, you are never going to be betrayed like this. So that what Prince Johnson will come and curse you. They will say the worst against you. Oh yeah, because Bwaga gave them the opportunity to say it. They will say the worst, and at the end of the day, they come out with fake smile, say they're apologizing when the message has already gone across. So Prince Johnson and Bwaka be president for the country. You just wake up, you just say, one morning you say, Prince Johnson will say, Bwaka, Bwaka. You say, yeah, sack the other person. That man not doing, you won't put that man there, that man not doing that particular thing. The man not doing it, wrong. Sack the man, then Bwaka to go and sack the man because that the understanding. You will not resist the man because the man make you president. So when Prince Johnson come and say for Nima, and then CDC go Nima and campaign, the people now you won't win a higher vote in Nima. What will become of you? This is Good Morning Liberia on VOL 104.1. We'll go to the phone lines now. 17 minutes up to 9. Yes, we'll go to the phone lines now. 0880 907 907. 0880 907 907. This person is on the line. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, you live. Let's hear you. Oh my word, what's happening?
I love your analysis that you are just listed. Joseph Boka has scored a ticket more than we know ticket. We will not go to give Prince Joseph a shot for the president in this country. No, Joseph Boka has acted ungrateful to the Brazilian to the higher extent. This is the second time. He did 2017 when he told him to choose Person Afine to be a running day. You rejected Person Afine. He always go after people that got money. The only is my own kinsman for Lufa Kate. I supported him for 2005 to 2017. But then there is liability. I'm sorry for the expression. You always go after people who got money because he doesn't spend. He's a man who's stingy. He's a man who does not spend. He wants to be liability or liability government until he died in his country will bury as a state area. We will not give credit to that. Let me tell you, any opposition leader that will come together, we will stay by that person. We're not going to give Prince Joseph presidency in this country. That ticket is spun. We don't ticket. Joseph Boka is now a wise man. They say, oh, they won't make it a wise. My God, the missile decision, what is Joseph Boka? The decision he made it faster. It back for me, it went beyond my expectation. It's not a man I expected to be my kinsman for Lufa Kante, my traditional man, my uncle. Because Agbani man, he is my uncle. But Joseph Boka does not have no wisdom to lead this country. We made a mistake October 10 to put Joseph Boka into power. We are giving Prince Joseph a presidential state, and we will run away from this country again more than ever before. So, to conclude with this, we will stay by any opposition leader that will come. We will promote ticket. We will stay by that person, but we don't want CDC ticket. We don't want United Party ticket. It's rejectable for us. That ticket is not even meant to be our ticket for even elementary school. Thank you for my contribution this morning.
Thank you. That's the beauty of democracy. 0770 907 907 0880 907 907 are the numbers. So that's it. That Ambassador Bwaka there for you. The selection has been made. This person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Joseph Peter, the Corner Middle.
Let's hear you, Joe. Go ahead.
Yeah. I actually enjoyed the show this morning, but we can never allow common law to be the power behind in our country. But what I should also add is supporting a corrupt regime is something we shouldn't do too. What I would like is another option. Someone who can actually build Liberia and make Liberia great again. Not the corrupt regime in power or the murderer that wants to become president in our country. Thank you.
0770 907 907 0880 907 907 are the numbers, and you will be live. The Lions Club should be here by now. I don't know what's happening.
Good morning, my brother.
Let's hear you. What's your name?
My name is President Trotman calling from Broadville, Poor River.
Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. My brother, thank you for the topic discussion this morning. At least we're blessed to hear you this morning giving us the facts about our country. Honorable Boka is one person that I know very good that I sat with before. He don't have the dime. You know the reason why Honorable Boka deny or comments on being a senator for the party? Because he wants someone to support you, don't want to spend your own money. And Cummins as a man that got sense, I know wanted to spend your money and become a office boy for Boka. Boka will not spend a dime. You see? So we, as the Liberian in the country, we don't make the record in the country, my brother, we suffer more than the past 6 years and another 6 years coming.
Thank you. This person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. You're live. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is a pastor come out for the second time. Let me conclude. And that campaign will be a campaign I will live for you. Go local country and talk to my Bani people, and talk to my Mende people, and talk to my Zoma people that we now want to go back to 1990. Please just never be or go there in the society. Every time you go stay behind because you have money, what should you be liability? No, let me fair. The presentation now we are hearing is about money. It's about leadership. It's about someone who can demonstrate the leadership we need. Joseph Boakai had not there or zero. Because the only does not make independent decision by himself. Everything he do as a teacher, he always there pull by people more early there, before tackle there. That man does not make independent decision. So I a pastor here come out, I will give back immediately with my square energy to go local country and talk to our people. Because if you want to say president in your house before you can go out. So I will go and say the president to my Lufian before we can go around the country. It's a fix of decision that ticket is to be rejectable as we are about to reject CDC ticket. Let us say about
Thank you, my brother. Let's get to this person. Good morning. Let's hear you. The Lions Club should be in. Good morning. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning.
You're live. Let's hear you. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Charles King, calling from Johnsonville. Thank you for the show.
Let's hear you. Go ahead, Charles.
You know, in this country, people can't understand. This ticket Joseph Boakai choose is not, let me just say, Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson's name is not on the ticket. So we just have to come together. Jeremiah Bankum name is on the ticket. If Prince Johnson name could be on the ticket, then I could say no, I could not vote for Unity Party. But so now Jeremiah Bankum and Joseph Boakai name is on that ticket. Then we have to come together.
Jeremiah to Unity Party?
Let me just say Jeremiah who go to Unity Party.
Who carry him there?
It is Prince Johnson who carried the but it is not Prince Johnson
that
on the
made
ticket.
a decision for Prince Johnson to be for Jeremiah Kun to be running mate to Boakai.
It is not Prince Johnson who made the decision. It's Joseph Boakai who made the decision.
All right, thank you, Papa.
It's Joseph Boakai.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to this person. The Lions Club at
hello, good morning.
Good morning, let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Fulham Magai calling from Konyasan Samukatan.
Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yes, I'm just want to say thank you in the studio there. You know, we the Liberian, we are not stupid. Joseph Boakai trying to blunt food and get the country over to Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson is a shallow VP to Joseph Boakai. He's a de facto VP. We know him already. He used money to pursue Joseph Boakai to send his friend away. They left him. He left those people and went and took Jeremiah Kum because of money business. And those in the opposition, they are very angry with Joseph Boakai. So because of that, Joseph Boakai is president in his country. So Joseph Boakai has shown his political career for the 2023 election. Joseph Boakai, you are nowhere, and please leave the country. It's not for you anymore again. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. So how are you?
Yeah, bless God for life. I'm good.
Okay. May God bless you, your family, and God bless our country and bless our leader coming for tomorrow.
Amen.
My brother, let me tell you something today. It's not about Janama Honorable Kun, Elon Yombin, or Dillon, or anybody. It's about Labrador. Even Honorable Boakai who get the last animal in the earth for a bar running mate, our man already made to care for Honorable Boakai as president. Jeremiah Kun is a Labrador. We are Labrador, educated man, some man, business man, even business way. My brother, their country, in Morad, their country will move in the devil hand. Their country will vote Honorable Boakai, will vote it after making Honorable Kun a bar running mate.
You think that Boakai can deliver your country?
My brother, he will be.
I just asked you simple question.
You will be saying that you will be seen.
But
he will deliver the best person ever never come and get up for Honorable Boakai. And Jeremiah Kun. We shall see. We'll see. Let's watch again.
That's your point.
Goodbye. May God bless you.
Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Oh, good morning, my brother.
Let's hear you go ahead.
Oh, thank you very much, brother, for taking my call. Oh, let me appreciate you this morning, my brother. Let me appreciate the voice of Liberia this morning, family. Oh, this is Bobby Abu Meska.
Oh, I do join the conversation this morning from District 6 for SD Cooper Room. Oh, thank you very much for that analysis and on the topic you made. You know, you spoken well as a patriotic journalist because you look at the role today that the Unity Party that is putting with the Liberty Party in. Because you spoke about when Prince Johnson went on air on his phone level, denigrated our political leader after those things that many of us suffer for 2 years to sting the woman breaker. Listen, when you look at the CPP, when the CPP were in order, when we were agitating for Cummins and Ibafia Breaker to go as on one ticket, when Cummins refused to accept the vice presidency, Cummins left the speech. Senator Lawrence King, it was clear that the PLP and the ALP have made a position that they do not want the vice presidency. So young people remain vacant. We started to say our own political leader. All of people buy into the steering of Senator Lawrence at that time because there was nobody that suitable in the Tea Party to represent the vice presidency. So we bought that idea, and the public bought the idea, and journalists continue to conduct opinion poll, and Senator Lawrence won the opinion poll over the entire country. To talk the opinion poll over the entire country. So it was already glaring that some of us who from the Liberty Party says that it is time for the Liberty Party to produce our president. So we thought that wow, we want a van. But yet and still, we see that the position today has been influenced, have been hijacked by the NDIO, and we know where it came from. But instead of our brother in the Unity Party holding time to talk to some of all that move from the Liberty Party, but they want to be sending on a message out that we will never promise our presidency. For 2 years, we will never promise our presidency, right? So if this is how we're going to run the country, when you stab someone from the back, when you're in a relationship with somebody, you know you don't want the person, make it sooner the better so you're in the person path. But don't drag the person into 2 years, waste of the person time. That means the
time. The Liberty Party, they will give you bread and juice.
No, we are not bread and juice party. We are a party of pen power. We are a party who are intellectual. Listen, when you look at the year from 2005 up to 2017, you know Liberty Party never short of men and women. We are 5 young people in the Liberty Party. Unity Party will not damn pure if it will go or not. It will be on nothing.
Thank you.
We are party. So thank you very much, my brother.
Thanks so kindly, Bobby. We talked to this person. Good morning. Let's hear you. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Bless God. What's your name?
Thank you. Thank you so kindly. I'm Shaq Bigger Jr. and I join you from a user residency in district number 12.
Go ahead.
Brother, I would like to say this to you. In the first place, you slipped and you slipped bigly. I heard you saying Joseph Wakai betrayed Madam Kanga's Lauren. But I want to ask you a question.
You want to ask me, did you read the press release from the Yombli Kanga proud to that Friday's pronouncement?
If I read the press release from Yombli Kanga proud to the pronouncement, I listened to you reading the press release.
No, you read it?
I listened to you reading the press
release.
Did you
read it? That's a question I'm asking.
It doesn't matter, brother.
No, I told you it is a sign of betrayal.
No,
what Nyobli Kanga said in a particular release. Go and read the release, and then you come. Let's have conversation.
Okay, Madam Kanga Lawrence said that when you said that Liberia people were calling for Yombli or Yombli and Wakai tickets, right? But as a leader, what Joseph Wakai, my brother, let me tell you the wisdom that God gave the papi.
You're not going to tell me whether I sleep. You're going to tell me. That's exactly what you believe in. So you ain't going to tell me while I sleep.
What you believe in. It is true that the Liberia people are yearning for Yombli and Wakai ticket. But I would like to say this to you. A leader should be able to think beyond the ordinary. You know, we were calling for Wakai and Yombli ticket. I'm a very self-biased, so one person who really wanted that ticket. But what Joseph Wakai did, I went and sat and read and, you know.
So what did you see inside?
What?
What did you see inside? In 1 minute, I gave you the opportunity. Summarize, what did you see inside?
I saw wisdom.
What was the wisdom?
Friday, on Friday, I saw wisdom, complete wisdom, my brother. And if you give me the time, I will tell you.
Everybody can just say Western. 30 seconds, go ahead. What was the Western in that thing? Go ahead.
Thank you. You know, yesterday everybody was yearning for Yomli and Bwakai ticket, and the South if they are making from the side. People said that Yomli Kanga, Yomli Kanga, she slapped herself in the face in the first place. Let me say this to you, and all those who never attended that naming of vice president.
My man, you see, son. I gave you opportunity. You say wisdom. What's it wisdom? Then you tell him about people who not attend party. Later. Before my phone. I gave you opportunity. You say you see wisdom. Okay, the wisdom is Jeremiah Kum is this. Jeremiah Kun is that. Jeremiah can make this one. Jeremiah is experienced over Nyobli. Jeremiah is very forceful at the Liberian Senate. He has a clear mind for Liberia. These are something that he said, something that you can talk about. Nyobli slap herself in the same her face because he did not attend program. What's that? This person should be our last caller. Good morning, let's hear you.
Morning, brother. But you gave other people more than 2 to 3 minutes. Allow me to get.
No, I give someone 3 minutes, brother. Let's study. I gave you that particular opportunity because you want to come, yeah, and say something at a certain point in time that you think you were just, we are just, Sonny, let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah. And also come out for the third time. Let me just
no,
say
my
former party friend for United Party. No, that more United Party said than some of us. Our first time voter was still with United Party and I played major role in the youth department at that time. So when we're there, they just come in. To say what I can burn out to the estate. I'm sorry for the expression. We cannot tolerate rebel leaders to save this country because if you shot them out as bad president, that Prince Josie, you are shopping as bad president. So you are stupid in this country. Joseph Boga is a man who has ability. He doesn't have money. So you will go after even devil or Satan that will gain him money to just submit to president. But we're not stupid. That two ticket is rejectable. CDC ticket, United Party ticket. We don't wait it to come away a two-for decision. They say, oh, it makes a wisdom, it makes a peace. Joseph Boga,
what is the wisdom?
I can take that decision of Joseph Boga. On a very serious note.
Thank you.
Are you kidding me? In this country, you know the territory of Prince Josie, and American government has tell you no one should do business with the kind of people. But in this case, I've come with a prayer release. They defy the people. So they have said a teacher is not able to manage it. Thank you.
What is the wisdom? Sometimes there are people who you give the opportunity to and they misuse it. What is the wisdom? Do you know why the U.S. and the caller just made mention of the Global Magnitsky Act? You know why that particular sanction was being placed on Prince Johnson? It was to limit his role. It was intended to reduce the role of Prince Johnson in the body politics of Liberia. But this election of Kun, let's just call spade a spade, has brought him close to the presidency, has brought Prince Johnson close to the presidency, has once again empowered Prince Johnson that the U.S. government says this man is involved into pay for play. Oh, yes. And he was sanctioned. He was sanctioned. The United Party say, no, we not get time for that thing, or we ignore that particular thing. The person will want Prince Johnson, so Prince Johnson will come out to our party at the end of the day. Prince Johnson will say, more job will go to Nima County, we agree. Nobody will contest against me in Nima County. Either Gongolo where laid down her life for the Unity Party for years, will be marginalized in the process. So if she said wants to be a senator, she had to go as independent. Yes, we agreed. I will be taking major decisions. So yes, there will be no war crime code. Yes, at a certain point in time, you will understand that Washington, all of you in the Unity Party, I challenge you. You go all up. All of you in the Unity Party. This particular ticket. And you say America, la Liberia strong, every time you're calling America, when they sanction government officials, even when the people release something on Liberia, you can be running all around with it. Those of you in the opposition, most especially the Unity Party, just sit down and see as to whether the America you can be celebrating when they make decisions against this government as per some of their thing, as to whether they feel comfortable with a particular ticket, this Bwaka and Kun ticket. You go all up. You go celebrate. Go and check it, catch it anywhere. There is no way that Washington will feel comfortable after they did a sanction, after it released a sanction result against this man, this Prince Johnson man that brought Jeremiah Kun to the party to do your hearing. You're celebrating, he the hero. You're the same people will be marginalized. That tribal politics, going out the days, man. Like seriously, going out the days. That because with Onima will stand behind Prince Johnson, with Onima, with Prince Johnson, our man. What's that? It is about Liberia. That about fake excuses he can be giving. He say, I defended my people during the war, and I kill different people because people are killing my people, so I go kill people. The other people y'all kill around are not Liberians. The U.S. released a sanction on a man to limit his role, and then the Unity Party says no. Will bring you close to the president. Say the man will be an advisor to the president. The party, the ticket you're running all around your way. So it tells that even when America said pay for play, you don't believe it. This is a practical example. No, you celebrated that particular decision when it was made against the CDC, against where that man was involved in to pay for play. That he gave Nima to Erin Johnson, he gave Nima to CDC. Today they begin president. Today CDC that we are the president. But they see United Party is not pay for play. Then you have people. Yeah, we're talking something serious here about Liberia. You think that Prince Johnson can make this country better? That people like Prince Johnson, you know how many years he has served as senator for Liberia? It's just the way it is. Every time they sit in, they're passing book of bills at the Liberian Senate. Nothing can happen. The lives of the people continue people continue to live in abject poverty in our country. It starts from the legislature. What is he doing there? What is he doing there? The even the Jeremiah Kun. What is he doing there? They just want to help people here. We said it now, we're talking about what will Liberia become 6 years from now, 10 years from now. They are continue. After they select the pronouncement, the man went and just gave it to Nyombi Kanka good. That the type of leadership you want. That the man can't give it to anybody. Oh yes, you will give it to anybody. At the end of the day, you turn around, you apologize. Then Joseph Boaka will pinch him. Say, my man, that thing you got to take a word about. Then he say, I apologize. Is Prince Johnson noted for extending apologies? So he would just say anything. Then someone say, I see wisdom, I see vision. You guys continue to daydream. They say pay for play. You celebrated it. Today it is in your shoes. You say, no, not pay for play. Then what you want me to say? You can be depending on us when it is worse. When it is worse to speak in your interest. But something that is worse, something that we see far ahead to be disastrous. You say, we do the one, we do the one. Y'all wake up. Liberians shouldn't listen to them. Liberians shouldn't listen to them. This is about Liberia. I did not come here to preach anybody politics. I did not come here to tell you, say, you must vote for the other person. I'm telling you what we see ahead. We see a Prince Johnson close to the presidency. We see a Prince Johnson running the major decisions in our country, even if the United Party is elected president, government after the 2023 elections. We see a Prince Johnson. We see a whole pay for play. We see a whole long distance between Liberia and America. What difference you want me to say? You got one sanctioned official sitting out to be major decision maker. Let's limit his role to pay for all of some of the things he did. He said no. And I agree. It costs for me to dance with the devil, I will. Because I want to be president. They said I would change Liberia. That Joseph Boaka can change Liberia. With Jeremiah Kun, you get Prince Johnson. Now I want to go get bread and tea to Nyombi Kanga. To say sorry after you punch the lady in your face. Then you say, sorry, if You still got a feature. What kind of feature? What kind of feature you got? So your Jeffy, that bro, it can get better too. That other people can take over. That only you will be running things, and that you are vice president for 12 years. You think you won't be president again for another 6 years? And Prince Johnson said you already old. That you soon leave the scene. You're not thinking about that statement, eh? You're not thinking about that statement. Man say you already old. You will soon leave the scene. You won't be president for 6 years, and the man say you old. You will soon leave the scene. What runs the mind? Should we amplify that other statement too, or you don't know that he's noted for making blanket statements? What's wrong with you in this country? We'll take a break right here. This morning we should have played host to the guys from the Lions Club, but I'm not seeing anything from them. So we'll tend to the course on that particular aspect. And we'll take a break. Telecel Liberia, my people, is the best internet service provider in Liberia. And they are best. Yes, they are the best in Liberia. Do business with them. They have affordable process in Liberia. Take advantage of the process. It's good so that you do it for your own safety. To not be like, hey, somebody who will be complaining whole time on the line of internet and the rest of it. So this is where we are. We'll go for a break. When we return, we take our next discussion on this show. Good morning, Liberia.
Are you tired with slow internet? Do you want super fast and affordable internet? Telecel Liberia is here to provide all your internet service needs. The internet is moving at a fast pace, and only super fast internet speed can help you keep up. At Telecel, our internet packages are divided into distinct categories: Mega, Optimal, Premium, Elite, and Big Business that suits kids, universities, schools, hotels, beaches, homes, offices, urban areas, and much more. Anything is possible with Telecel Liberia. Get your own streaming box for Netflix, Amazon Prime, Showmax, and more. At Telecel, our amazing 24-hour customer service is there to help you with all your needs. Telecel Liberia, super fast speed, 24 hours technical support team, the best broadband and fiber optic internet service in Liberia. For more information, please call 0770-399-399 or 0881-399-399. Or stop by our office on 3rd Street, Syncor, opposite the Carter Center and GLZ building. Visit our website, telecelliberia.com. Email us at info@telecelliberia.com. Telecel Liberia, the best internet service provider, is here for you. Telecel Liberia, connecting the unconnected.
I want to flex my love. I want to impress.
Do I look like someone afraid? The contract was given to Honorable Matthew Joe.
Saturday is on. Good morning, Liberia. My name is April Parker. I'm here this morning. Let's acknowledge those of you following. It's great that we're here. Yes, this morning we broadcasting live from our What studio. So here at Voice of Liberia, like we said, we have 3 good studios. So this morning we broadcasting from the What studio. So those of you following via the live feed, you observe that we're changing background. Not that we're changing background from the computer or whatsoever, but we're broadcasting to you live from our White studio. And this is the most beautiful studio here at Voice of Liberia. So yes, we're broadcasting from the White studio. We have the red studio. We have the blue studio. We have the White studio. So this morning, I'm coming to you live from the White studio. And then, like, the blue studio is, I don't want to like the cat out of the bag. Yeah, so let's just leave it. The blue studio will be one of the best coming up, in the rest of it. Okay, so this morning we're coming to you live from the White studio here at Voice of Liberia. My name is April Parker. Lai Kroman says, good morning. Ansu Kroman, that's Ansu Kroman from Clay Water says, good morning. How are you following, guys? I guess you go. Lai Kroman says, okay, the sign. Wonderful. That's good. I'm following you guys from Sion Time, Bushwell Airline. Thanks for joining us, Lai Kroman. Again, Serious Idea Konya says, I'm following the show from Kakata. Thanks for joining us. Georgia Wonwe says, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Emmanuel V. Sensi says, good morning. He said, April and Parker be wine like Prince Allison. I'm watching along with my AS Princess Mo Salam. Okay, Emmanuel Sensi, there from Kakata City, Margibi County. Thanks for joining us. Tenny Sharif says, thanks for the update and Hive. A wonderful day going. Let me say that President we are remaining sure of his winning comes October. Okay, I'm not too concerned about that. Foley Masale says, good morning. Steven Johnson says, I'm watching live from the office of the Bombing Youth Caucus based in Montserrat. Thanks for joining us and the rest of it. Those of you just joining, we say welcome and let's have ourselves a great time. So the Lions Club dinner turnout is 12 minutes after 9. This is an exercise we embarked on, and we want to roll out statistic on where we stand as Liberians on the line of this entire voting thing, whether people really took advantage of the first phase of the process. And we're going to give you record. We're going to give you on this radio record from 2005. The first 6 counties, the counties I Grand, Amosorado, Grand Tibasa, Bomi, Rivers, where was that coming from? Bombing, Grand, Kitmount, Bapolu, and Magibi are the first 6 counties that participated in the first phase of the voter registration exercise, the biometric voter registration exercise. So this particular aspect, I know it is somehow we should have done this, but because of due to power outage, we were unable to embark on this exercise. So today we want to know as to whether there is an increase of numbers or people or registrants in the just ended from 2005, 2011 to 2017 and 2023. We want to know. So this is where we are this morning. The National Elections Commission released the first or result from the first phase of the biometric voter registration exercise that was conducted. It ended April 9. The second phase has begun. Yes, the second phase has begun, and 9 counties in Liberia where you have Lofa, Nimba, Bong, Maryland, the River says, what is county, River G, and Grand Cru are the counties now participating in the second phase. So we decided to give you the statistic from 2005. In the first 6 counties, we will give you the number of people that registered in 2005. We'll give you the number of people that registered in 2011. We'll give you the number of people that registered in 2017. And the provisional results as per the number that was given by the National Elections Commission this gone time. It is a very hectic one to get all of these figures, but we were able to do it because we want you to just learn one thing, that there are issues in this country that we need to handle, and you shouldn't allow for people to get you. Yeah, and then when people start to say biometric system, that as soon as you start the process and someone wants to register the first time, the person goes to another center, the biometric system will detect. No. If you are sophisticated, that's when you see that particular thing happening. But there are diplomatic passports that people can even do around the country that people move around. What more about a biometric voter registration? That someone from the opposition will tell you that it is not like this, it was not supposed to be that way. And then you accept it, you don't get your own independent thinking for you to say, listen to him, because the thing is being uncompromised, the thing is compromised. In fact, the people who register 2 times are people from the CDC. Are you kidding? Then Liberians too can sit down and buy that type of cheap politics. That's Liberia for you. So we move from 2005, fellow Liberians. Listen and listen good. I just hope we have the time to complete this particular thing. The comprehensive peace agreement that ended the civil war brought in the National Transitional Government in Liberia, and Judith Bryant and Councillor Francis Johnson Morris. Indeed, that particular national transitional government in Liberia was headed by Judith Bryant. And Councillor Francis Johnson Morris was appointed as the National Elections Commission chair and later approved by the NTAL. The NTAL, looking at the peace agreement, let me take you back, but then was the National Transitional Legislative Assembly. If you ever heard about the NTAL in our transitional period, it has to do with the National Transitional Legislative Assembly, meaning they were legislators at the legislature. Anytime you can listen to BN, what the paper from across there, I'm just forgetting his name. Oh God. Yeah, the president's friend, man. I just forgetting his name. When you hear that man name, and the people there were the Transitional Legislative Assembly, they were the members for that particular National Transitional Legislative Assembly. And they passed the election reform law of 2004. The law suspended election law of 2004, suspended several provisions of the Liberian Constitution, including requirements that the national census should be held before the election. So the law back then, census should have been held before the election, but they suspended that aspect because since in fact we never knew the total number of Liberia, in fact we came from war and the figures were inaccurate, they decided not to use the number from the past census prior to the 2005 elections because the numbers were inaccurate. So this is what happened. So in 2005, yes, the 2005 voter registration exercise began on 25 April 2005 and ended May 21, 2005. So if you look at the number of days in 2005, the process lasted for 26 good days. Now, because of the lack of funding in Liberia, most especially to the National Elections Commission, fellow Liberians, the National Elections Commission decided to do the voter registration exercise in two phases. You got phase one, the first 6 counties, phase two, the second, where you have let's say 9 counties coming in to form part of the 15 counties as per the record. So the 2005 voter registration, like I said, it began on the 25th of April 2005 and it ended May 21, 2005, 26 good days. The total registration in the 15 counties in 2005, fellow Liberians, like I said, we'll give the statistic from 2005, how many persons registered? How many Liberians registered in Grand Bassa? How many Liberians registered in Mosurale? In the first 6 counties that the results were released just as recent. So the total registration throughout the country, like the 15 counties, we have 1,511,000 the registration centers throughout the country. So the registration centers in 2005 have 1 million. That's now 1 million. 100,511 registration centers throughout the country. Then you have 50.1% of registered voters were women. 2/3 were under the age of 38. So this is it. Now, the argument about women being more than men, whenever these statistics come out and people want to debate it, the number can fluctuate. In 2005, it is our understanding that the women were more than the men. The women were more than the men, just 1%. So the men were 50%, while the women were 50.1%. So they were just 1%, 50.1, that the women were more than the men. That was in 2005. So the highest concentration of registered voters, 38%, was in Montserrado County, which includes the capital Monrovia, out of the 1,352,730 total registered voters. Out of the 1,352,730 total registered voters in 2005, 38% of that particular amount came from Montserrado. So over the years since 2005, Montserrado has proven to be the biggest when it comes to population. Okay, they say on August 15, the National Elections Commission published the final voter list, final list of candidates. In the 2005 election, let me just give you all the statistics. You have 762 candidates approved to contest the presidential and legislative elections. 762 candidates were approved. Those approved included 22 Senate candidates for the president and vice president, 22 candidates. The lawmakers, 206 for the Senate, were just fighting for 30 seats in 2005. 206 persons were fighting for 6 seats from the 15 counties. That 30 seats from the 15 counties. There was when we had this senior and junior senators thing. And 512 for the House of Representatives. But then they were fighting for 64 seats. 64 seats in 2005. Of the total of the number of candidates, 110 were female, constituting 14% of the contenders, with a budget that they gave the National Elections Commission was $18.9 million. Today, what is National Elections Commission approved to budget? $23 million. So in 2005, they gave $18.9 million to the National Elections Commission to conduct the election that had 1,352,730 total registered voters. So $18.9 million were given. On October 11, the election, the 2005 elections, the total turnout, meaning people who turned out to vote, were 1,012,673. 1,012,673 persons turned out to vote, constituting 74.9% of registered voters. So it tells that the 1,012,673, which is 74.9% of the total registered voters that turned out to vote, you have about 340,057 persons did not turn out to vote on October 11 when they had the elections. That particular election went to run up. It run out. That run out was held on November 8, 2005. You had 825,716 persons turned out on that run-out date, which was on November 8. Of the total registered voters of 1,012,673 in the run-out, saw 825,716 persons, which was just 61.0% of the total registered voters. So you observe that 340 plus thousand people did not turn out during the first round of elections, and that number increased to 527,014 persons did not contest, did not go to the pool during the run out to go and vote. So you see, sometimes they say, we can be talking, your vote is your future. When you not go vote, the people who turn out to vote, and when they vote the wrong person, all of us will suffer. So, in 2005, Grand Bassa County, we will begin with. We saw, as per the National Elections Commission, 100,601. 100,601 persons registered in Grand Bassa. Registered in Grand Bassa. Okay? Registered in Grand Bassa. We come to Moserado County. Like I said, in 2005, we had 100,601 persons. We encounter the 2023 year. Then we'll know the increase in the number from 2005 to 2023. So we'll come to Moserado. Moserado in 2005, we had 473,229 people that registered. So in 2005, Moserado also typed. We have Margibi. Margibi in 2005 had 98,269. The result in 2023 is quite different. From Moserado was Grand Bassa that had 100,000. Margibi had 98,269. Up next is Bombing. In 2005, Bombing had a total number of 38,526 total registered voters. We come to Grand Kitman County in 2005. 2005 Grand Kitman County had 37,327. The number today is different. From 37,000 in 2023, we'll re-add that number for you because of time we would have to speed up. We're talking about the first 6 counties. Bapolu. In 2005, the total registered number of people you had 22,503. 22,503 persons registered in Bapolu County. It ends the first 6 counties of spared the National Elections Commission looking at the statistic from 2005. So like we said, Grand Bassa had 100,601, Moserado 473,229. You have Margibi at 8,669. You have Bombing 38,526. And you have Grand Kitmount 37,327. You have Bapolu 22,503. Let's move to 2011. The total registered voters in 2011. You had 1,798,930. 2011. So let's go back to 2005. 2005, the total number of registered voters as per the statistic from the National Elections Commission were 1,352,730. In 2011, we saw an increase of 446,200 people. So from 2005 that you had the first number, where in 2011 you had 1,798,930, you had an increase of 446,200 Liberians were added on that number. It was an increase. The females, you had 878,482 females, and you have males 920,448. So you see, in 2005 the women were more than the men. 2011 the men became more than the women. Okay, so let's take it bit by bit. Let's look at the number of people that turned out. In the 2011 elections, out of the total number we had, 1,288,7 716 persons turned out to vote in the October 2011 elections. How many persons did not turn out? 510,214 persons did not turn out at all. Let's look at the total votes cast. So if you sum that number, you minus from the total number, you have 71.64% of the total number in 2011 that voted out of 100%. The cast votes. You have 1,274,186. Valid votes, you have 1,190,004. Invalid votes, you have 84,182. People can do valid vote to them. Registered number of voters, you have 1,988,990. That's 1,798,930. Let's come to 2017. 2017, the first 6 counties. 2017, the first 6 counties will begin with Bapulu. Bapulu County from 2011 that she had 22,503. 2017, Bapulu claimed that 2011, let's get it right. 2011, Bapulu claimed from 2005 that they had 22,000, they claimed to 37,811. That was in 2011. In Grand Tibasa, where previously you had in 2005 100 plus thousand, it went to 124,280. In Bomi they started claiming. Bomi claimed from 38,526 to 47,586. Margibi started to claim. Margibi claimed from 2005, which was 98,269 to 121,904. Came in Grand Cape County. Grand Cape County from 37,327, which was in 2005. In 2011, they came out to 56,472. Mosorado saw an increase from 473,229 to 630,367. That's a number for you. We come to 2017. The total registered voters. From 1 million now we enter 2 million. We enter 2017, the total registered voters, we had 2,183,683. Females, you have 162,703. 2005, the women were more than the men. 2011, the men claimed. Let's see what happened in 2017. 162,773 males. Females. In the females, you have 1,120,950. The female as per the percent, you have total 49%, and you have the male 51%. So meaning the men were more than the women in 2017, as it was done in 2011. Only 2005 we saw the number of the female increasing. So the number of people that did not participate in the election, that registered, they got a card, but they did not vote. You have 1 million out of the 2,183,683. You have 1,641,922 persons, which is 75.19% of the people that turned out to vote in 2017. The people that did not turn out to vote were 541,761. 541,761 persons did not turn out to vote. Did not turn out to vote. Let's count it. The first 6 counties as it was being released by the National Elections Commission this gone time. In Bomi, for 47,586 now, Bomi claimed to 61,171. We want you to get this record. We want you to get this record. From 2011 now, Bomi was 47,586. Bomi claimed in 2017 to 61,171. Wapolu County from 37,000 in 2011, 37,811 in 2011. In 2017, they got 48,669. This is what happened. In 2011 or 2005, Grand Bassa had more registered voters than Margibi. 2011, they have more registered voters than Margibi. This is a change in 2017. Grand Bassa now from 124,000 now to 280, they came up to 145,798. 145,798. So Grand Ketman County from 56,000 in 2011, they came out to 65,800. So Margibi now doubled the number by 10% and came out to 154,328. So in 2017 for Moserado, from 630,367, Moserado County came out to 777,503. The Moserado we're in today. So that's the figure from 2005 to 2017. So you see the figure? You see the increase in number? So after we should have done the 2023 on, we're going to compare the figures. From 2005 up to 2023, how many people you think have registered? Or the number, if we will look at percent, and we move on. So after this exercise, fellow Liberians, after the May 11 stuff, where they will be closing the second phase of the biometric voter registration, the National Elections Commission will do her tallying. They will come out the voter registration, verification exercise. They will do the verification. After that, they will come out with the total numbers of registered voters in the 15 counties. We'll come again with the exercise as per the total number from 2005 in the 15 counties up to 2023. We'll just do one this morning. The one is, as we have started, will be from 2005 to 2023 in the first 6 counties, and as per the number of years that have passed by, what is the increase? We'll definitely look at that number this morning for your own safety. So we'll come to 2023. The National Elections Commission phase 1, registered voters. So this particular one, the National Elections Commission will have to do cleansing because of biometric. There were complaints that people registered twice. So as a result of that, even the manual process, people can register more than once. So the verification exercise is there to help. That free education we're providing for the National Elections Commission. When you call them, they won't come. They don't want to come. These healthy discussions are good for the people. You call them, they won't come. So we'll provide to our people. It is our responsibility. We will do it. So in 2023, as per the provisional result, you call this a provisional result because after the second phase, they will do cleansing. That's when you see the verification exercise. The verification exercise from the biometric standpoint, that's when they will weed out the bad ones. People register 2 times. The biometric system is there. The decoder is there to detect, to duplicate that entire thing that this person registered. We will give you the whole format of the solution, how the solution is designed to clean the list and support transparent and fair electoral process. In other advanced countries, in Liberia should be no exception that will have a biometric voter system. So in 2023, Bombay County, as per the report from the National Elections Commission, came out to 64,395. So you see, in Bombay 2011 has 61,171. You see just a slight, just a little change. 64,395. So you see, So you see the number 3,000 plus 3 to 4,000. That's a 3,000 plus people. In Bapulu in phase 1, Bapulu in 2017 had the number of what? 48,000. Now they got 50,887. Grand Baza in 2023, you got 157,000 from 145,798. They've gone 157,712. Monserrado County, the giant county, from 777,503. The National Elections Commission says Monserrado County has gone from 777,503 to 891,201. 891,000 from 777,503 in 2017. They've moved from that number to 891,201. We'll come to Margibi County. Margibi now has 184,425 from 154,328 to 184,425. Let's move on. We ready to go to the telephone line here? Let's move on. Now, let's do the mathematics. Let's do the mathematics. Like I said, we only focusing on from 2005 in the first 6 counties. We're not give you the result compared from 2005 to know the number of figures from 2005 to 2011. We just decided to give you the figures. But this is the exercise. Let's know from 2005 to 2011. Let's know the increase in the number of registered voters in the first 6 counties. Let's carry on this exercise. So we'll give you the counties per the statistic from 2005 to 2011, 2017 to 2023, and this is where we are. So this is it. So Grand Bassa 2005 had 100,601. In 2011, they got 157,712. What is the increase there? The increase there is 57,111% from 2005 to 2023. The increase there is 57,111. So they have 100,601 in 2005. Now in 2023, they got 157,712. So the increase there is 57,111. Let's come to Monserrado. Monserrado 2005 from 473,229 in 2023 to 891,201. The increase there is 417,972. Monserrado from 98,629 in 2005. In 2023, now is 184,425. The increase there is 86,156. So 86,156 people add on that number from 2005 as per the people who have registered so far, been doing that voting thing. In Bombing County, how many persons add on this number? Bombing, you had 38,526. In 2011, Bombing now has 64,395. What is the increase? A little increase of 25,869. Let's come to Grand Kitmount. From 2005, Grand Kitmount 37,327 to 2023, you have 86,589. So is the number now. 2003 Grand Kitmount County, yes, 86,558. Now you have an increase of 49,264. Yes. So let's come to Bapolu County. Bapolu in 2005 had 22,503. In 2003, the National Elections Commission says Bapolu now has 50,887. So that particular number, you will notice that it will drop after the verification exercise. So as per the statistic, the increase is that's 28,384. That's the exercise for you this morning. So the biometric voter registration exercise, the system is being used, the solution. That particular system is designed in a way to generate clean voter list and support a transparent and fair electoral process in any given country with a reliable ID system. That is the system that Liberia has introduced. In the first stage of the biometric voter registration process, the legacy voter register is migrated and clean. So after when you have done that particular exercise, they will clean the thing. Nobody will tell you, say, oh, because they say biometric, so meaning after the process, they can clean it. Those who register 2-3 times will be booted out of the system, and you will have the actual number. The servers will program the biometric identification system, which is a special software will be installed in that particular thing, and at the end of the day, it will sort out the correct ones. So that's it for you. So someone come tell you, say, oh, biometric voter. So after people can duplicate DNA, and people invite DNA result can come out the first time and be correct. People can duplicate people's signature, and then they take money that biometrics. That's it for you. So that's the exercise this morning. Call us on 0770907907. 0880907907. You'll be live. We got just 10 minutes to go. If this person is our first caller, good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you. Let's hear you.
Good morning. This is Ibrahim. We are in a calling from Castleville.
Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, I listen to our honorable Porter Sigby.
What did?
I say I listen to honorable Porter Sigby.
Let me take it from the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Paco. Good morning to the Voice of Liberia family. Good morning to my fellow Liberians for radio land this morning. By the way, the introduction, I'm also here calling to play my role, telling about the voter registration process.
Go ahead.
To be frank and be honest to the society, the number is inflation. The number is not correct. People like Glenn Crew, the number we heard for the census report, so massive to the extent. You want to tell me Glenn Crew had a number in Lufa County? No, we are begging Mr. President to be very much careful with our election. Because we don't want to. I'm listening.
Yeah, but
we don't want to.
I decided to do this exercise. I'm not too focused on our census thing. I decided to embark on this exercise from 2005 to know the increase in the number, if there is, and yes, there has been. So you heard me reading the numbers. So I don't know what is.
I just joined in because I was a little bit busy. I just joined in. I'm always listening.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Oh, yeah, good morning. Oh, this is Gabriel Doe. I'm calling from our community.
Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Let me appreciate your studio guest. For my question, I didn't say when you said the player, you take loan to pay the player.
Well, I think that way I can be talking. You'll be listening to Radio Voyo Koi. Good morning. Hello?
Hello. Yeah.
Let's hear you. I know. 0770 907 907 0880 907 907 are the numbers. 10 o'clock, we'll call it a date on this edition of the show. So that's a statistic from the National Elections Commission. We pass through all of the time to get these results for you from 2005 up to 2023 to know the numbers of registered voters in Liberia. So that's a statistic for you. So like we said, when the National Elections Commission should have released the total result, the entire store when they have done the cleaning up, and then they come out and say, "This is where we are. We'll give you the figure per county." This person, good morning.
Yeah, Professor Kamal. So you are trying to say that it shows the normal high increase or decrease at this time because really, one of the great listener of this station, but this morning, my phone, after I communicated, my phone went short out of current. So I log plug on charge, just discharge it, to listen to the topic on the discussion. I did not understand the phenomenon of the show.
So we're looking at which county you from?
I for local council.
Okay, so you're part of the second phase. So we're reading out the first phase result from the National Elections Commission. The first phase result of the national elections from the National Elections Commission, where in 2005, Grand Bassa had a total number of registered voters of 100,601, and now in 2023 is 157,712, with an increase of 57,111 as per the result from the National Elections Commission in the first 6 counties.
Okay.
Yeah, so
thank you.
Okay, thank you.
But I think they need to do a proper cleanup because people are duplicating the system. They are putting trash, everybody are restoring trash as stand. So they need to clean the system because the election will be very free, fair, and transparent with accountability because we want to change the regime. We don't want no Tabata story in the election yet.
But
Thank you.
You registered?
I done the very first day. They started process in Moswaru County. I registered in my community and transformer community. I was the first person ever received the ID card in my precinct side.
Thanks so kindly, sir. That's your power. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so 0770907907. We gotta go on this edition of the show with just 6 minutes to go. My name is April and Parker. Been around since 7:30 this morning. Speaking to issues that matter in Liberia. So coming up very shortly, we'll call it a video on this edition. And, that's an exercise we decided to embark on. And we got to go now. Yes, it has really, really been a great time. It has been a great time on the show this morning. Yeah, it has been a great time on the show. So we got to go this morning like we told you. The president made additional appointments in government, and these things will continue to happen because this is Liberia for you. And the people who sitting down and defending the Unity Party, you just started defending the party. Just started defending the party. So we gotta go, folks, and all of our viewers as well. Let's acknowledge you following this morning. Moses C.C. Johnson says, watching from Kakata, Mike County. Thanks for joining us. Stephen Johnson. Thanks to Jennifer Fode, Masale, Stanley Sharif, Emmanuel Vincent C. George Wanwa, Lai Kuloman, Ansu Koma, and the rest of the folks, those watching. But it's about time now we say goodbye to you on this Monday's edition of the show, Good Morning Liberia. The program returns on tomorrow at 7:30. We will be here, and we're here for good. So then, many thanks to all of our listeners. My name is April and Parker. Been around. Have yourselves a wonderful time from our end. Bye-bye.
DivineFlavor.com